Hi, Professor Wainaina here, your 5-minute teacher on education, childhood, youth, parenting, and all things school. Welcome. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution swept across the globe to meet the demands of burgeoning industries. A new form of schooling emerged. It's called the factory model of schooling. Was revolutionary in its time, but as we navigate the 21st century, it's becoming alarmingly clear that this outdated model no longer serves our children's schools today. We still operate on principles rooted in the factory model of education that shares striking similarities with the industrial etiology. Like factories processing raw materials into standardized products, schools often operate on assembly line principles. Students are grouped by age, fed a standardized curriculum, are regulated using bells and timetables, and are churned out with standardized examinations and assessments. Schools pride themselves in this. The emphasis is on efficiency, productivity, and producing a uniform output. And this aligns closely with the factory model, where the goal is to maximize production and minimize costs, often at the expense of individual variation and even creativity. Consider the architecture of your child's standard classroom. Rows of desks are arranged in neat lines, all facing the same direction with the teacher at the front. This setup mirrors the factory floor, where workers stand in lines, obediently performing repetitive tasks under the watchful eye of a supervisor. Such an environment stifles collaboration and independent thought, conditioning children to follow instructions without question. It is the kind of future, or is this the kind of future that you want for your child? Consider further the rigid timetable of the school day, divided into fixed periods for different subjects. This does not reflect the dynamic and interconnected nature of the real world. In today's digital age, information and ability are not compartmentalized. They flow freely across disciplines. Yet our schools persist in isolating subjects as if they exist independently of each other, failing to teach children how to integrate knowledge and apply it in real-world scenarios. Unless you believe the nonsense and circus called CBC, the industrial model in your regular Kenyan school places undue emphasis on standardized testing. Students are ranked and sorted based on their grade, much like products graded for quality control. This approach not only fails to account for different learning styles and intelligences, but also encourages a culture of competition and stress, rather than one of curiosity and joy in learning. This factory model does not prepare children for the rapidly changing job market of the 21st century. The skills needed today, creativity, problem solving, digital literacy, flexibility, and emotional intelligence, are vastly different from those required during the industrial era. Yet, schools continue to churn out graduates, ill-prepared to navigate the complexities of modern life and work. In this high-stakes environment, students do not fit the mold, or students who do not fit the mold are often labeled as failures or rebellious. Those with unique talents and particularly unconventional ways of thinking are marginalized, even criminalized, and have their potential squandered. If you feel that your child is particularly gifted in a certain unique way, Wait until he goes through school. He will be panel beaten to fit the mold, and any signs of uniqueness will disappear. So, what can you as a parent do to protect your children from becoming factory products? A few things. Advocate for a more personalized approach to education that recognizes and nurtures your child's unique strengths and interests. Watch out for mere talk. Push your child's school to institutionalize digital literacy and to adopt programs that emphasize project-based learning, critical thinking, flexibility, and adaptability, and real-world applications. More importantly, stop getting too excited about standardized measures and traditional competencies. The schools give you more of what you want. We give schools our creative and curious kids, and in turn, they give us standardized factory products, complete with standard skills and in standard measures. School does not know how to do anything else. If you want your child to remain creative and engaged, you must be aware of these shortcomings of the school system and demand change. If you don't, schools will not change. They are, after all, factories, and they are happy with the standardized products that they produce for you. Thank you for your time. See you in the next lesson.